Beyond the pages.
Beyond the pages.
What happens when power becomes madness and no one dares to speak? Today, we explore the story where silence becomes very, very dangerous. Hello, wonderful listeners. You're welcome to another impactful episode of Beyond the Pages podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Accessible Publishers Limited. If you are joining us for the first time, you are welcome home. So my name is Judith Uchechkunwafo, and joining me for this beautiful episode is...
My name is Itunolu Atowochu, and I'm so very glad to be here. April is a special month. We are celebrating the World Book and Copyright Day, and we believe the best time to use a book as the heart of this episode is now.
Yeah, exactly. So today for this episode, we are spotlighting an amazing book, an amazing African literature, African drama. Yeah, so this book is approved for WAEC, NECO. Also, many schools, universities use this book. So which book are we talking about today? If it's not our Once Upon an Elephant.
Once Upon an Elephant is written by an associate professor of University of Lagos, Bosede Ademilua Afolayan. This book is not just a school book text. It talks about a lot of societal issues in our community, from love, betrayals, corruption, and even dictatorship, and consequences of all our actions in the society.
Yeah, exactly. As in, if you follow us through to the end, you will be very, very eager to get your own. Trust me, the book is worth it, is worth everything. So we're about to go in right to read some excerpts and this talk about this book.
Let's dive in. Let's start where the storm begins. Ajanaku himself.
Yeah.
It is amazing how the words of our father often comes to pass. When I was an infant, grappling and struggling to suckle from my mother's breast, my father already saw the greatness of my childish grasp. He saw this crown firmly placed on my head. He will call me Ajanaku. He will say, he is Ajanaku more than I have caught a glimpse of something. For when you see an elephant, you surely have seen something huge, awesome, imposing, even impregnable like a rock. And when I started to crawl all fours, tumbling, wobbling my way through infancy, and then fought with little children my age, and brought them down in swift childish combat, my father, obviously amused and pleased, will say, isn't he really showing the strength and behaving like Ajanaku? But what exactly does an elephant do to creepers and thorns, and bushes and thistles, and a whole forest of trees standing in its way? It tramples them.
He tramples them.
Exactly.
He tramples them for me. Like, what I feel like in this place that you read is that even from the beginning of the story, because this place we are not far gone in the book.
Exactly.
The author already shows us the character of Ajanaku. That this is kind of person that's, a kind of leader that tramples on the subordinates. Whereby someone sees himself as an elephant and goes on to tell us what does an elephant do to the bushes, the trees, everything. He tramples them. So I don't know what you feel about that.
Well, I actually share the same sentiment with you. Ajanaku's type of leadership is the one that prides himself with what he is and what he expects people to think of him. He's actually very particular of what the image of what people should see him as the elephant who does not care about what others, even small animals, beneath him. All what the elephant, wants to do is just enjoy his life, even at the expense of others.
Okay, so apart from that, let's move on. Let's explore more parts of the story.
Exactly, I'm excited. I am Ajanaku. It is from childhood that the elephant has been greater than a buffalo.
Really? The real elephant belongs to the forest. All others are pretenders. To the rafters belongs the load. The shelf only pretends. Olaniyono. No matter how much rain beats the tree stump, it cannot change its position. Yes, you are Janako. So big, mighty, full of strength, but with vain glory and an empty brain. You are doomed to fail.
You are completely insane and incurable.
This is actually an amazing one. Finally, somebody is standing up to Ajanaku, right? And it even interests me that is a woman that is standing up to Ajanaku and like, yes, you are big. You see yourself as an elephant, but you have a dull and empty brain.
Well, Iyagba's character push out a lot of things that we never saw from Ajonaku.
Okay.
From the first excerpt, we see Ajonaku praising himself. But right now, we see Iyagba telling us that, look, Ajonaku, you are not what you think you are. Yeah. You are just an empty barrel making a lot of noise that we don't even need. So what also stood out for me is the fact that the person speaking, as you already said, is a woman. And of course, this woman is not fearful. This woman is not hindered. This woman is bold to point out a wrong leader making a wrong move.
So I know that if you are like surprised, what did Ajanako actually did?
Exactly.
What did he do? What did he do in the novel for this woman to stand up to him? Then you might want to read this book, right? Yeah. So moving on, I'm going to start, right?
Exactly.
Not with that girl, Ajanako. Not that one.
Egbami. What girl? Which girl?
The one at that kola nut farm.
Oh, that one. Stubborn bastard. She nearly ruined the rice with her resistance and stubbornness. I should have killed her when I finished. And the idiot had one silly, ugly, hungry looking boy cuddle her right in the bush when my men busted into them. She even begged me. I almost pity her. Can you believe that, Sherubawo? I almost listened to her. How disastrous that would have been. Thank your ancestors, Sherubawo. The food could have ruined everything we have built together in the last few years. But I tell you, she was only a virgin. She was only the virgin I enjoyed despite her stubbornness. So very fresh.
You should have asked before laying your cursed hand on her. You should have listened when she begged you. You should.
I did what I had to do.
I made you king to be helpful to me.
So?
I didn't ask you to ruin me. You should have asked who she was, whose daughter she was. You should have applied restraint.
Get him out of here.
Oh, Omo, I think the energy from this part is a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. You know, this part whereby you are supporting evil. And at the long run, if it affects you, that's when you will know that, this is evil. But all the while, you've been supporting this evil. Because he is the one that has been pushing this king. Do this one, do that one, do the other one. Then at the end of the day, when it affected him, he now got angry. He's now complaining. As if other people raped were not someone's children. Eh?
Well, this part is quite very exciting, as you had already said. This character, Sherubawo, is like us or some of us in the society. When something does not affect us, we believe it does not concern us. We do not want to speak up against evil.
Yeah.
But once it affects us, then we know that the leaders are bad. Then we know the policy is wrong. What an irony.
You know, this thing that you said, it's reminded me of something. A few months ago, there was a particular killing in North whereby up to 100 people were killed. I told someone, did you hear about this also killing? The person said, it's normal now. Like, the person asked me, was any of your family killed?
Imagine.
Like, did any one of them affect you? Do you know anybody that was killed? If not, let's move on. There's nothing we can do. Like, to the extent we've gotten to accept evil, to accept bad things until it affects us is quite alarming.
Exactly. To add to that, people can be unhuman to people once it does not affect us. You know, once this killing is not affecting us, we think it's just numbers. But once this killing reach home, we know that it is very bad.
And even also to talk about Ajanaku, the way, like, I don't know if they sold out their conscience. Yeah, you want to be king, you want to achieve something, but must you do all those things? If it's not yours, it's not yours.
That's why he's Ajonoku. Judith.
Okay.
That is why he's Ajonoku.
Okay, so
Ajonoku, as he said, he does not care. Once what is his must be his.
okay. So let's move on to the themes in this book. There are lots of this play is actually a very rich one.
Exactly.
So,
kudos to you, ma.
Yeah, so for when the one I'll be talking about is the theme of dictatorship. Why I want to talk about this theme is that it affects a lot of people in our society. Yes, the setting of this book is that of village setting.
Yes,
old
the
age,
19th century.
yeah. But in our 21st century, it still happens to lots and lots and lots of people.
It's quite.
When you take a look at many leaders in our society, not even talking about our country, Nigeria, when you come down to our own society, lots of people don't care.
Exactly.
That's why lots of people, they keep rigging, both local government or states, they keep rigging election. What do they want to do? Not to serve their people, but to trample on people, to have people worship them, to have people bow down to them, to dash them things, to get money. So dictatorship, to command people around. So it's not just about the novel. It also affects lots of people when you think about it. So it doesn't just end at Ajanaku, being this, being that. What of people around us? So I think that stands out for me. What do you think about, or do you have any other theme that stands out for you?
Well, you have said it all. I just want to add that this book, as we said, kudos to the playwright, is quite very rich. It brings out some of the issues that the 19th century Yoruba nations are facing in a particular town. But what this book does is that it is also very relatable to our present time.
Yeah.
As you have said, people, we have bad leaders. That is not even a new thing. It's quite understatement to say we have bad leaders. That is our reality. But the true thing about Ajanaku that I want to state out is Ajanaku is not a leader that is ashamed. You know, some leaders are bad and they're like, I don't want people to know. Ajanaku wears it like a coat of many
That's
colors.
even worse. Do you know? That's worse. That means you don't even have conscience.
Exactly.
And you don't care about what people are
He's
saying.
proudful about what he's doing. He
No.
owns it. Well, as we speak about Ajanaku, I think one of the key things we should also speak about is those people under Ajanaku and those who are actually directly facing the mess that Ajanaku is creating. And one of the key people that stood out is the women in the play, Judith. These women actually did a lot. They played a crucial part in the play. One of the women, they played a dual character. One of the women faced Ajanaku and said, no, this is what you are doing is wrong. We have Yagba doing that, and we also have women also suffering from the oppression of bad leaders. And this characters also, you know, reflect our society. Women, irrespective of genders, we are all suffering from bad leadership, and also we also have the key responsibilities to say no to bad leadership, to say no to bad policies, and not to keep quiet about it.
That's actually an amazing one. Now let's move forward to the theme of love in this book. So when you think about Desola and Odekunle, do you think what's happened between them, can you classify it as a true love?
Yes, I will.
Yes, you will. How do you see true love? Because me, personally, I don't think it's a true love. Because I feel like love should be sacrificing. And you should do everything within your means to keep your love. You shouldn't, you know, be planning of other alternatives. So why do you think it's a true love? Because for me, I don't think it's a true love.
Well, Judith, you already said a lot, and you are actually buttressing my point. Desola and Odekunle's love is sacrificial, because in a sense that he stood the time. We're talking about
He stood what?
He stood with her during her tribulations.
He stood with her where they were raping her. Is that standing
we
with
are
her?
confusing our viewers and listeners right now.
Okay.
But what I will say is that whenever you want to read a book, tips on interpreting books, please read from the lens of the time of this book. This book is written from a time where when a woman is not is a shame, and at that time rape is actually a thing of shame.
Yeah.
Is rape is also a thing of shame at this present time that we are in. But at that time it was like people that are raped are they commit suicide, they kill themselves out of the shame. But for your spouse or your partner or your future fiancé to stay with you in that time,
Stay with you.
yeah, exactly, to stay with you, and you both of them bath in shame together, that's sacrificial enough, Judith.
Because I felt like he would have, yeah, I understand the setting, I understand that it's back then, but I felt like he would have done better. He would have shown, he would have acted, he would have done something, he would have reported the guy. You know, he was there, not like he wasn't there, not like it happened at his back.
Judith, you are being sentimental about this. Let us note that this is a character and the author or the playwright wants the character to be like that. But anyways,
or else you want to tell me that
and Adekule's love is one of that time, the one that goes in line with their own time. Okay.
Because I don't still believe it's true love. So can we quickly check out the writing style of the author? Because when I look at it, when I check that the book, the play, is filled with lots of proverbs. I know in Nigeria, in African settings, we value proverbs. Proverbs gives richness,
exactly,
depth to writings. It helps people to understand better and flow better with it. So what do you think about or do you have any other thing you want to say about the author and the writing style?
Yes, the proverb in this book is quite very rich, as you have said, Judith. The author is a Yoruba woman who actually reflected a lot of proverbs from the Yoruba culture, and there are a lot of proverbs. I would like to pinpoint one in page 40. Now, this is Yagba speaking. It says, to the rafter belongs the load, the chef only pretends. This proverb in the Yoruba setting is like telling people that if you don't have something, you don't have something. It's literally telling in that time there is a particular place where people keep loot. There's also a particular place that looks suitable for the load, but the truth is we all know where the load belongs to. The load belongs to the rafter, not the chef. So therefore this book is quite very rich in proverbs. There are a lot of proverbs. You have to read and read for the in-depth of the proverbs. But I will also want to point out to some of the author's writing styles.
Okay.
Yes, the author is quite very I would say quite very traditional in her writing styles. She actually brought the 3 layers of writings, writing the book or the play rather in quite a 3-layer part, giving the title a folktale title, Once Upon an Elephant. And as a reader, you are curious, you want to see the animals as characters, but she shocked us. We have human beings.
Yeah.
And the book is written in a way that, irrespective of the time, we can relate it to our personal life, to our society, to our time, to our day, to even our everyday life. This author makes use of metaphors, figures of speech to even connote our message. She's quite very intentional writer in her writings.
Okay, so as we celebrate this World Book and Copyright Day, we want to bring out this opportunity this time to celebrate every hand behind all great books like this, all the hands that make sure that books get to readers, starting from the authors, the editors, the illustrators, the designers, even the printers, everybody. We want to appreciate you guys for bringing books to people and to making sure that education goes on and on.
We want to say thank you for keeping stories alive, and of course shout out to Accessible Publishers Limited for bringing this book to readers. Thank you for the part you play in this. We love you.
If you haven't read Once Upon an Elephant, this is the best time for you to grab your copy and read.
And do not just hear about the story, experience the story. And the best time to experience the story is grabbing the story. And you can get your book, Once Upon an Elephant, from our website. And this book is available in e-copy and hard copy.
We would love you to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok too, as Accessible Publishers Limited. We're on X, formerly Twitter, as Accessible PL. Then our website is www.accessiblepublishers.com. So until next time, keep turning those pages.
Bye.